Hey there Fnaf fangs, DK17 here with another unboxing video. Today we're gonna review the fourth wave of
Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Snaps!
Security Breach Edition. Now what surprised me the most when it was released was that this wave is the smallest one we've had so far. It only consists of 3 single packs. No 2 packs, not even a single playset, which is a bit disappointing cause the playsets are what makes this line so special. Now without further ado, let's get started. Now you all probably want me to review Roxy first, but sorry guys. I'm always going by game order, so we'll start with our first figure from Pixabay, Helpy. Now I still don't get why we don't have Funtime Freddy, but we have Helpy now. Kinda annoying. Also a bit strange that he came with the security breach packaging. Although he does appear in the Ruin DLC, but his name is spelled with I instead of Y, so it's probably not the same Helpy. Anyways, back to the figure. Funko has just nailed most of their recent figures and Helpy is no exception. He's extremely accurate. His colors are correct. I will say his head is a bit out of shape, but it doesn't matter. One thing annoying about him is that his belly is split between the 2 parts, which makes it look bad when he's standing like this. None of the other figures' bellies are like that, so that's weird. Another problem with him is his eyes. They're a little too sunken in for my liking. I know that's the case with every other figure, but here it just looks off. This can easily be fixed by putting his other face on. And I've gotta say, he looks better with his happy face, which is extremely accurate to the game as well. As for his endo head, I don't think it looks accurate to his actual endo, but it's nice that they included his buck teeth. Another thing with Helpy is that I wish he was just a bit smaller instead of being the same size as everyone else. It just looks so off. As for accessories, Helpy comes with a balloon, which is the same one Helpy is holding in the balloon minigame. Now it does look more like a lollipop than a balloon to me, but I get why, cause otherwise Helpy wouldn't be able to hold it. Now it would be quite funny if he came with an air horn instead, even though he doesn't really have one in the game. Next up we have the long-awaited Roxanne Wolf. Roxy, it's about time you showed up. My collection felt so incomplete without you. But now the band is finally complete, so I'm satisfied now. Anyways, let's take a look at the figure. Once again, Funko just nailed this girl. What an impressive figure. I think Funko did an excellent job on pretty much all the glam rocks. Now I actually have an idea on why Roxy was delayed until now. Like I said in my last video, Roxy is probably the hardest out of the main 4 to make a figure out of because of her hair. And we all know Funko has failed miserably with her hair both in the plush and the action figure. Although to be fair, both products were released the year before the actual game, so they probably didn't have that much reference for the merch. But this time her hair looks perfect. Just look how detailed it is. This is a big improvement to what we've got previously. As well as her tail, it's also quite detailed. Her body looks so good as well. Although they didn't add any details to her leggings similar to Chica, but I kinda get why. As for her face, it doesn't look that bad either. Nothing's really wrong with it. Although what really bothers me a lot is her shattered face. Yes, it looks cool, but you know why I'm mad. Her eyes are still visible when it's literally her main feature of not having them. Funko, you had one job! I mean, you were able to give Toy Freddy and Toy Chica black eyes by adding them onto the face itself, which covered their regular eyes. Why didn't you do the same thing here? Oh, and another odd thing is that her face is also a bit dirty, which does look nice. But it doesn't fit in with the rest of the figure. None of the other shattered faces were like that, so it worked fine for me. I do think her endo is pretty decent. It's just the same as the other glam rocks. Now of course we also have her extremely cool keytar. And I will say, this is probably the best instrument we've got so far. It's pretty detailed and it's got a pretty decent paint job as well. However, this one is so hard to get in her hands because of how it's designed. I was worried I wouldn't be able to put it in her hands, but luckily I managed to get her into a decent pose with it. The final one for today is Staff Bot, or more specifically the security bots, which are the most common staff bots in the game. Now as for the figure, wow! What an amazing figure! Look how accurate this thing is to the game, while still being stylized to fit in with the others. This figure is extremely detailed as well. I mean, just look at him. I think this might be one of the best figures ever made. The only problem I have with him is that his eyes are too sunken in, similar to Helpy's. But that's where my complaints end about the figure itself. Now he also has a shattered face, which is very strange, cause as far as I know, only the sewer bots have that face. However, there is a security variant in the game, so that's something. But I really think they should have given him a Nightmare Yawn face instead. Another missed opportunity. Why does Funko keep doing that? At least his endo is pretty accurate to the game. As for accessories, Staffbot comes with a flashlight, which is the exact same one as Vanessa's, so not a lot to say. As usual, I'm gonna show you how I display these with everything else. Since Helby is not from Security Breach, I'm gonna display him with the classic era of Fnaf. Now, because I couldn't find any other spot for him, Helby is gonna stay in the dining room with Foxy and Baby. Please, Funko, make more sets. It's getting too crowded in here. As for the others, the Staffbot is obviously gonna be in the hallway with Vanessa. And Vinny, of course. Unfortunately, it's getting way too crowded in the hallway, so Freddy and Monty have to share their rooms with the others. Roxy is gonna move in with Freddy while Chica is staying at Monty's for now. So my final thoughts on this wave is, while I do really like the figures, I am a bit disappointed that we didn't even get any playsets this time. If I had to rank them, I would say that Helby is the worst one, then Roxy, and then Staffbot is the best one. As of the time making this video, there's not been any news of a wave 5. I really hope this doesn't mean it's the end of the Snaps line. There's still so much I want to see in Snap form. I really want the Sun and Moon as figures, as well as Roxy's room, Chica's room, and even the stage and the daycare. As for the classic games, I so badly want more sister location stuff since we have Baby. Especially Funtime Freddy, cause it would be so cool. As well as more stuff from FNAF 4 and FNAF 2. Especially Nightmare Freddy and Foxy since we have Bonnie and Chica. So that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more, then feel free to check out my channel. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video, so peace out everyone!